there. Hi there. I'm Misc and I'm here to talk about the latest changes, projects, etc. Many people keep asking me, where are the updates? Where are the new things you promised? Where are the updates coming to? So I'm gonna run them through and tell you what's new, as well as that I have a special page on my website, a special web address where you can leave your opinion, give suggestions, and more about my projects. So, without further ado, let's start with it. So, first off, I want to announce a new series that I'm gonna start on my YouTube channel called the Plugin Review series. Currently, I have done 3. They go all 3 online at the same time because I did a pre-work to test out if everything is working. On the MCG Soft website, you can find extended information about my review. I keep it short on the server, and I give them stars and rating between 0 and 5 stars. And I always tell the version that I currently use, so they can also be reviewed when they change. So I have this special wall. I made a special wall with all the reviews will be on here, middle, top, bottom. I can fill them all up with reviews. So if you have a plugin that you want to be reviewed by me and put in a video, just PM me on Spidget or contact me through the Spidget page that I'm currently making for the MCG input, for your input about my plugins and such and my projects, and that you can send in your ideas. Okay. The next thing that I want to talk about is the MCG Park Manager, which I'm gonna use this nice little color for that I have in my hand at the moment. Is it the same? Yes. Nice color, by the way. Oh. Oh, I'm terrible at building at the moment. Well, anyways, here we have the wall, and I'm currently having a problem with the latest update. The latest update is such a big update of the MCG Park Manager that it causes a huge load of bugs that I need to fix out. I'm currently stuck with one single bug, and that's the new attraction editor, because I do not want players to and users to do much hard work. So the current problem that I'm working on is an inventory manager that will allow you to create attractions and that one is still bugged. Every time I empty somebody's inventory and I want to place the items in, I want to save the old inventory so that they can get it back when they are done with editing the attraction. The whole point is that I get a no pointer exception every time I do that, so I need to fix that before I give it to you guys, because then you have a problem. What is working, however, and I'm gonna change it to this block to show the things that are big and done, is the new phone update. Let's include it in the next update, which includes a full suite of new things. So I will create a separate dev block in a moment after this video, where I can showcase latest changes to give you an update on how it's going. We also have many fixes for the show builder. We have the user's personal information, so the phone is now unique per player. We have the park zone support, which means that you can give a extra tag to attractions, restaurants, etc., etc., that defines where they are in the park. For example, if you take a look at, for example, Disneyland, Disneyland is divided by 5 parts. The center one is the castle, and then you have Fantasyland and Discoveryland and such. You know what I mean. You can do the same thing, and maybe if I can find a possibility, I implement a visual one in DynMap. I have searched for some information about it, so I found something, but I need to do that later on when I have more time for it. So that's the park zones. And what I also added is park facilities. Um, yeah, the park facilities are info kiosks, Wi-Fi spots is also one. Restrooms is also one, and I'm possibly gonna add more types to so you can add them, and they are all visible on DynMap if you have that one enabled, as they get their own icon, as well as that the new icon system for the attractions and shows and such are also changing their icon depending on the status. The show things, attractions, engineer menu, etc., etc. Everything is in the phone now. That is why the phone update is so important. It's such a huge update. It includes literally everything you can think of. The last things that I'm working on before release is fixing those bugs in the inventory manager. And when I'm done with that, I'm gonna walk through all the new things that I have made to check again if I do not make any mistakes on release, because I do not want to provide you with a bugged vision. So I'm working on fixing those, as well as different other stuff. And the idea board is full of ideas, and I'm showing you that in the other video that's coming out the same day as this one, so that you will know that. So that's the park manager part. The next thing that I want to talk about is the park online add-on. I have put that one on a hold. Why did I put that on a hold? Well, basically I put it on a hold because it was way too much to handle if the normal park plugin is not done yet. So park online is on hold. It's not cancelled, it's on hold. So I have made it a long way, but I put it on a kind of a pause, so that when I'm done with the normal Park Manager update and everybody can use a new version and such, then I can test out the Park Online features, because I do not have the time to do so many projects at the same time. Because I have finished the MCG Delay plugin for my server. Let me set the time again. The MCG Delay plugin was basically a redstone delay system where you do not need to make a load of redstone clocks and such to time anything. It just did the timing for you. I finished that one, it's in my archive now, and there's no support if somebody just got it through any weird way, because I accidentally uploaded it to the wrong drive of me. Which is accessible by the public, so I hope not that the plugin was leaked to be so, because it's my own. It's made for my server, the plugin, so yeah, that you know that. So MCG Delay is finished. So if anyone wants that plugin released, you can answer that one on the special page that I'm building. The next thing that I want to give attention to is a new project called MCG Market. I have a lot of trouble with player shops because they never have what I want in it. Yes, you hear that quite right. I do not want a simple plugin with a chest, and when you click on the chest you can buy food. I do not want a half slab with an item floating on top of it. I do not want a visual wall where you can click on to get an item out of magic. I want something real, and that's where my plugin comes in the works, because it's a supermarket thingy thing. It's based to create player real shops. So in other terms, you have a cash register, you have shelves for items, you have cooling systems for cooled products, freezers for freeze products. And you can build them all, and then you have to keep track of what items are on date, what items are over their last date before they expire. So you need to watch that, because otherwise they can kind of get mold and then they look like rotten flesh and such. So that's not very handy to do, because you're not gonna sell some rotten flesh for the price that you ask for the normal product, I think. Anyways, what that does, it enables you to create your own supermarket or own shop, to be exact. Players can choose themselves what they want to sell, of course, but they need to buy shelves in a special supermarket building store that I'm building in, and then they can build their own shop, and then they can buy modules that will work for their shop. For example, some gate liners, that scanners that go off when somebody tries to steal something without paying. So when it goes off, it teleports the player that tries to exit your building back to the building, so that they cannot escape when you have that one. As well as that people need to first gather the stuff in a cart or in a basket, and then they walk with the basket or with the cart to the cash register, where the player must be there to handle the payment. But you can later on upgrade your shop to have robots or automatic systems. So that's the idea of it, at least. The template and such is all already visible in what I'm doing on my MCG website project tracker. There you can find my project with the blueprint in it, what I'm gonna do with it. So you can read that. Please note, my website is Dutch. So if you want to translate the information, you can use Google Translate, or you can use the flags on the right top of my website. But the blueprints are Word documents, so you need to translate it yourself if you want to see the blueprint itself. But the website itself is translated for you. Also, what I'm doing is MCG Mine Store System. This is a service that I'm gonna deliver soon, because there are loads of donation stores that you can buy, rent, use for free, but limited and such. And I'm gonna go more in depth here at the moment, because to be short, most you have, for example, Minecraft or Minecraft Market, or Onion is also a big one. And then you have Woo Minecraft. Well, I cannot type. It's Woo Minecraft. Let me do that again. Then you have Woo Minecraft, and there are others that I don't know of. Oh yeah, Crafting Store. That's also a new one that I followed. Well, the whole point of this one is that with Minecraft you have a free, limited, and otherwise you need to pay for all the features every month. So that's how Minecraft handles it. Minecraft Market has free and one-time donation for all the features, but that's a bad word behind it. That's temporarily, and soon they're gonna change, and all new features are not included in the first donation. So new features excluded. And of course, you work the same as the first one. And let me turn that weather off. There you go. Anyways, and beside that, it will ask a monthly fee as well if you want the paid version. Then you have Onion, is free completely, but you have to use their website. That's something to note. You can use DonationCraft for completely free, but you need to use a template for their website. You cannot change the template or anything without paying Onion monthly or yearly, and it's pricing and it's expensive. Then you have the Woo Minecraft. It's free, but you have to host yourself. You have to host it yourself using WordPress and WooCommerce. With WordPress and WooCommerce, and you need your own payment gateway, your own configuration, your own knowledge of web scripting, if you want to create it like you want it to, and it contains some bugs. It's not multi-server compatible, at least not with me. I have just problem after problem after problem with configuring multi-server. This is one I'm currently using temporarily until my plugin is done. And all others are mostly pay per month, pay per year, or free limited. And then you have the craft store, free and paid plans. Basically, they're all, but really all, are a monthly timed thing. So they are all commercially based except for Minecraft, which is completely free, but you need to host it yourself, so it generates costs yourself. So to be short, you cannot make a free donation store in any way if somebody else hosted it and such. And why is the sun lowering that fast? So that's better. And here comes my plugin in play, because my plugin, it does use a payment system, sure, but I will not, never, ever, ever, ever ask a monthly fee. So you have the MCG Mind Store, and it includes everything for everyone. Everything for everyone. But there's only one thing. I do not like providers, such as all these, that are so commercially based that starter servers get bottlenecked by the bigger servers. And what I meant with that is that, for example, Minecraft. It's cool. You can create anything you like as a free user, but you're very limited in what you can do because you need to pay in order, for example, to change the look of your website, or, for example, if you want to use professional coupons and sales and such. I do not like those things. I don't like it when starter servers are needing to pay a lot of money in order to get basic functionality. Minecraft Market was good with a free runtime payment, but they are in beta, I believe, with their new panel, which is taking extremely long. So you have an extremely long time to pay a one-time fee, but every new feature that comes out is not supported by it, and you need to pay a monthly fee to get those things as well. So I don't think that's worth it. Onion is worth it because it's completely free, but you have to use their website, their system, etc., in order to do things. So you're mostly advertising Onion instead of selling your products for donations. Then you have the Woo Minecraft, which is a very good one for single servers. But you need knowledge of hosting websites yourself. You need knowledge about WordPress. You need knowledge how to install plugins. You can use your own theme, of course, but you need to pay most of the time to get an extremely good theme for your website. The theme must be compatible with the WooCommerce plugin, because otherwise it glitches out your template and more and more and more. So it's a load of work for nothing. Then you have the others. The most of the others that I possibly don't know of, most of them are always have a free option. And if they are not, they are always paid per month or paid per year. But the free versions are most of the time limited because they want to get money to host your donation store. But I made some calculations, and if I take a look at my own hosting of my own websites and such, basically you are hosting just a single to max 5 PHP scripts or ASPX scripts or anything like that, and using a central payment API where they redirect your customers to their payment API, which sends the payment through and get a notification when somebody paid, then get a signal back to your main store, that saves it in a configuration file, and then when your server pings the website, they get information back from, hey, that player bought that, and you need to give that to that person. And then it transacts, and then it gives that player the stuff. I do not like that system, because if you take a look at how much it costs to get a monthly plan, for example, most of them are at least €3 a month, and that's low, by the way. You have much higher packages, up to €120 for a business package, even if it's just for donations. Man, live forward. The world is not a rich person. Anyways, they just pay like €1 max per user to host it per month or even per year, depending on the server they use. So if they, for example, have 100 users and they need to pay a max of, let's say, €2 per user, that costs them 200 in every month. But every user needs to pay like €10 for it, so they make a €8 profit per user per month. And to be concluding, it's €800 profit of it. Even if they just script it once and then they're done with it. They don't look at it anymore, and they only add new things if they take the time or fix bugs that occur. And I'm not saying that every host is the same like that, but I do not like what they're doing. They're way too commercial. So, the MCG Mind Store, let's go back to that one, has a lot of features. For example, coupons, free to use, gift cards, free to use after a one-time upgrade. So I'm saying a limited use upgrade. A limited use upgrade. So basically you pay like €5 and you get the gift cards option to your donation store, and you can use it endlessly as long as you want it to use, as much as you want it to use without a limit. Just an add-on for your donation store. If you do not use it, you do not need it. And then you have sales, store-wide sales or per category sales. Free to use. You do not even need an upgrade for that. Why some companies do ask you to upgrade for that, but you can use it freely for me. Unlimited products. Oh, well, it doesn't fit, but unlimited products, unlimited well, I call them tags because my store is a little bit different than other stores. So unlimited tags, rich text editor, and what you have more, images for products, and then you have a filters for customers, special add-ons, which I'm gonna explain in a moment. You have for default the PayPal gateway, because most servers use PayPal gateways, and that's the only thing I can support at the moment. And I'm gonna explain why in just a few moments. PayPal gateway. Let me see. No database. So that's something that I'm gonna explain. Also, what's own domain /rel using CNAME. Using CNAME to handle that one. And or full domain hosted. Wait, how do you type that? Full domain support upgrade. That's something you have a one-time payment to get support, that you can point them to name servers from Cloudflare, and I will put them in, or you can redirect it or anything like that. I can put an alias in, and yeah, well, long story, short story. I'm thinking of that. I'm not sure if that's coming in, but for sure the domain CNAME support is for free usable. You may do whatever you like. I will not force anyone to use my subdomains you get free from me. Um, but for the add-ons things, I want the user to make sure that they get the functionality they need. So there are different add-ons you can choose if you use them. If you do not use them, you do not need to buy them. So to be short, for example, an add-on is timed commands slash subscriptions. These things are important for some servers that want to offer temporarily ranks, temporarily permissions, temporarily boosts, temporarily anything. So that's something to note. And it's all handled on my website hand. So you do not need a very heavy plugin on your server that times every few moments checking if somebody is expired. So that's something to note. And this one is not connected to a database, so it's lightning fast. If the website is directly available, you get directly an answer. Server does directly that it's expired, for example, and runs expiry commands. Or functions. Note that. Functions. You do not need always to add a command to something. You can also select a function, and that's the second add-on, the function database. What is the function database? Basically, what I allow is that my plugin has support for different extra things. For example, giving money does not need to use different commands to do that. I can use a Vault implementation to give somebody money using a certain function on my web end. So if I on my web end says I want to give a money instead of a command, I want to be 500 to the player, then it does that. You know, you select economy, you select the player name. Well, the player name, they need to insert the player name, but you know, player name, and done. You're done. That's all you need to do then. No more hard commands, no more hard feelings. Just do it. And same counts for permissions, for ranks, and for more advanced stuff, which I'm gonna do loads. So it's kind of marketplace idea. Same counts for a contact form. Yo, my caps. That's also an add-on. You can buy that for like 50 cents or something. And then you get a special page on your donation store where they can contact you if there is any problem. What do I have more? I had something else. What was it called? What was it called? Team support. You can get your own theme. You can use basically the default theme and colorize it like you want it to. But you can also enable team support and edit the templates that I have in place. So you can create your own design website with the ease of HTML. No PHP, just HTML and Java if you wanted to. But anyways, I need to try to locate a safe way for people to do that, because I do not want people to get hacked or something through my servers. So I'm trying to get note of things you can do. So yeah, it possibly is only HTML, and you can possibly only edit the body and use functions that I provide in, or you can use the page builder, which is also an add-on. Page builder to create your own page like you want it to be. Then we have widgets that you can get standalone, and what you call it, custom pages and more. Basically, it's a lot of things, and I need to time it today again, so that's better. So it has a lot of things, and no database is what I call it, because every store that I host is hosted on their own folder on my server. There is no one single script where everybody connects to. It's your own store, and it's all written to database files on the disk, not MySQL, no Microsoft SQL, no SQLite, nothing like that. We encrypt it and store it in local files that nobody can reach from the web, only through my server itself. So basically, to be short, it's way faster than connecting to the database, calling like 400 lines of products if you have a big store. And well, that's the whole point. If you just have like 500 products, and the user wants to get product 344, it needs to like get the whole list, get that one out, get the information, pass it through, etc., 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 and that's not something that I want. Please no. So the next thing that I want to mention is that there is one thing that I do, but what's a bit money-wise. I want to get the money that I need to keep hosting my web server for you guys, so you can keep using it. And my plugin development costs a lot of time, which is money in exchange. So instead of a monthly fee, I ask a money for a certain amount of income. So, for example, if you receive 100 euros every month, there is no worry, I do not get anything from you. If you receive 200, then your package is too low. You pay a one-time fee per bundle of 200 euros, for example. So, to be short, you have in the base package 100 euro and you want to receive 200, then you donate 100 accessibility, so your total to receive yourself is 200. So it's a bit, maybe it's a bit hard to understand, but anyways, it works like a kind of data bundles or something like that. So like mobile phones. If somebody receives like 100 euros of donations, then their base package is full. Their store buy button will temporarily disable itself until they have either a higher package or the month expires. I will make it like that it will place a stamp when you created your store, and then every month it resets the counter again. And you can upgrade each month. If you, for example, have 95 euros on donations and you think I do not want my store to stop, then you pay like 2 euros and you can earn another 100 euros on your donation store without blockage anywhere in between. And I possibly gonna offer packages too, so that you can choose a bigger amount in one time, so you do not have to get it over and over and over again, you know. So this way, starter servers do not need to pay any penny to me to host a donation store and get all the functionality as well. And even so, these things, what I'm talking about, the add-ons, are not expensive at all. So if I make a small calculation over here, normally you pay a monthly fee of 10 euros, for example. That's yearly about 120 euros. If you take, like, for example, what I currently have planned, all the add-ons, and you take every month one upgrade, so you can earn 200 euros a month, then I can base calculate it to a max yearly. For the one-time payment, that's with me, one time for all the add-ons is like 20, I think. And then you pay like 2 euros a month. 2 euros to upgrade if you need it, of course. So it's not even needed, then you don't need to do not need to pay it at all. So for example, 2 less 12 plus 24, and then you can total at 48 for the first year. After that, it's just 24 a year. How's that sound? How does that sound? Really, how does it sound? That sounds enormously great, doesn't it? At least I like it. So that's something important to know. That's the Mind Store which I'm working on. I'm also working on a new game mode called MCG Cookie Factory. That's what I'm currently hardly working on because it's a nice idea. I don't know if anyone knows Cookie Clicker. Well, Cookie Clicker is a game online in your browser where you can click on cookies and get cookies, and with the cookies you can buy add-ons which automatically add cookies to your cookie bank, and more and more and more. What I'm working on is a different version of that. You need to bake cookies, of course, but in order to bake cookies you need dough, and in order to get dough you need ingredients. Now, you get the base ingredients unlimited free, but you need to make cookies by hand by first making dough, and with the dough you can bake cookies in the ovens. And then you can upgrade your complete factory, where you are standing in, the building, yes, the building. And you can grow size, and it's basically an endless game where you try to get the biggest emporium of cookie factory. And you can eventually upgrade your base in a bigger size, but also choose where you want what machine, where you want what project, what cookie you want to produce, cookie farms, the staff that works on your cookie fields, as well as a airport, a shipyard is also going to be added, a staff office which you need to get staff, and much more. That's all going to be added as well, and you can customize your own factory, different colors and such. So that's what I'm working on. I'm currently building schematics for it because it's going to use a schematic system, so that you will know that. And I'm way past my time. Anyways, I have more information, of course. I had some side projects which are done. I updated my Project Central. That's something note. On my MCG Soft website, you can find Project Central. I put a link in the description, by the way. The Project Central is basically a area where you can see all my projects and their progress. So you click on the name of the project and you can see the progress. They are categorized in 4 categories. That's software, website, Spirit plugins, and other. And you can see how much I've done, how much is in the works, what I cancelled, and every project that I have will be there. As well as a link to a detail page for the project, if available. And then you can see more detail what I'm currently working on for that project, so that you know that. I'm almost out of breath here. Next to that, and that's the last thing that I'm gonna note, is the MCG MC Plus. Plus Edition. That's something that's gonna take a while to make, but I'm way far in that project already. This one is gonna add a lot of new blocks, machines, tools, farming, food, etc, etc. Everything you can think of in Minecraft is boosted with a lot more, without the need of a resource pack. Even when I use custom textures, no resource pack in play, no mods, no custom client. Install the plugin and go. That's it, and I'm gonna use the base system of player heads to do so. I think this is more than enough information at the moment about everything that I am handling. I want to thank you all for watching and staying with me for almost 40 minutes now. So, I think I will see you all next time. Well, at least I hope so. Good luck and have fun.